Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, quick intraday update. Not too much happened, but Bitcoin did grind a little bit higher since the last video. That, however, doesn't really change my perspective. Just want to give you a quick intraday update just before our member live stream that we run every Sunday at 5 p.m. UTC. So looking at the structure here, still tracking two counts. The yellow one, I feel it's a bit more likely, but very balanced probabilities. I talked about that at length in the last video and also in the last one yesterday. I don't need to repeat that. But the overall idea is that we are caught in a wave 4 correction still. There is no reliable breakout scenario from here available. That doesn't mean it couldn't break out. I mean, again, the market is bullish. We are in a bullish market. Pullbacks can be shallow. I see a pathway that could take us from here to around about 80 to 90K in an already unfolding fifth wave here, of a larger third wave. But it's just not reliable. I first want to see if the price can fill in a high B wave, then we can take it from there. So obviously, it is possible, but that's only a potential, only a possibility, nothing reliable at this stage, because all the rallies so far have been corrective. Okay, and really, just to mention that again, what we should be concerned about, not so much the micro counting and the microstructures, but more, when does this chart flip from corrective mode into impulsive mode? And then we need to make a switch, right? I've been doing that, throughout last year as well. Whenever we've seen corrective price action, okay, the correction is still unfolding. As soon as we see a first 5-wave move to the upside, we have to switch and have to adjust our approach, because that means, okay, now the chart is suitable for aggressive trading again, because that's not the case in a correction, but in an impulse. So that's what we're looking for. That's why we track the microstructures. At the moment, there's a 3-wave rally here. There's choppy corrective rally here. There's nothing that indicates we've bottomed already, even though the probabilities for that would increase with a successful breakout to the upside of this sort of descending trend line. But it could still be a high B wave, as mentioned in the last videos. But of course, it is possible that this is, wave 4 bottomed here on the 20th of March. And that we're rallying sort of in a diagonal, wave 1 to the upside, wave 2 to the downside of wave 5, Then we're dealing here with some kind of an A, B, C of wave 3. Then we get a 4 and a 5. That's sort of what I would, how I would see this diagonal unfold. But it first of all needs to do this, right? So it hasn't even done that. So let's take it level by level. The idea is still that there's the yellow count. That's short-term bearish. In this count, we have a wave W, an X wave, which topped here around the 26th, 27th of March. The Y wave to the downside could be unfolding now. The Y wave could be unfolding as an A, B, C structure. If that's the case, then the B wave could be nearly finished. I will zoom in now. The B wave could be nearly finished because it's a 3-wave rally at the moment. And we're approaching that descending trend line. It might give us one more stretch higher to maybe round about 70.5K, maybe even today. And if we cannot break and sustain above the trend line, then this might be the end of the B wave. And if we then see a breakdown, basically a break below micro support at 67,650, and more important, a break below 66K, which is the Friday low, that would confirm the yellow count. C wave in the yellow count to the downside is unfolding, and the price might reach sort of 59K. Until then, especially as long as we're holding the 66K level, that Friday low, the white count is a valid interpretation. And in the white count, we're dealing with a large A, B, C structure, and the C wave could take us to 76K. How reliable is it? Well, it's at least a reasonable interpretation. I'm fairly neutral between the two potentials. At the moment, the trend is clearly up from the Tuesday low, especially the Friday low as well. And as long as we're holding 66K, that white count is a valid interpretation. But to make it more likely, I need to see a break to the upside of that descending trend line. And then we will have to deal with resistance in this region here, especially here at around 71.7K. But it should take us to 76K, that white count. So that would be an area where, profits could be taken, for example, and where we also need to be very mindful that it could break down from there in white wave C. Either way, I haven't got any, in none of these counts, I have got indication that a low has formed. So at the moment, the correction is still unfolding. As soon as we can see the first 5-wave move up completed, then we can add a support area to the chart again for the next 3-wave pullback. That's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.